Okay. I'm sorry. And then I had to put him down with some nuggets, and girl, I had to have me a nugget. I'm hungry. But anyway, on top of that, my mom was a tax accountant for several years. I took over the family business when she retired. I don't know if you guys remember that. I did videos about it earlier on in my YouTube career. Okay. So I have been preparing taxes for, I don't know, 6 years. I have all of my licensing and everything for that because I had to have that in order to open up a tax preparation business, and I actually had a location. So I have done things with my life, okay, outside of YouTube, outside of the things. So when you think that you sit on your fucking bed with your white ass nostrils, yes, I'm gonna talk about her nose, and talk about me, baby, you can't do that. You don't know me. You don't even know what you're talking about. So no, I'm not doing. Oh, and not only that, I was at MAC for how many years? You know what I'm saying? I used to work at MAC Cosmetics. I don't. That's not. You don't need a degree for that. But I've done other things in other industries. I've done freelance makeup artistry. I mean, you know, all of these things that I've done. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that ain't nobody no welfare queen over here. I've always had a job. I've always been a hustler. I've always made my own money, set my own schedule for the most part. Okay, so let's not play me like I need the system to survive. Just because you don't know who I am and you want me to be this bottom feeder ass bitch like you are, does not mean that that's what I am. You only know what I show you. You don't know me. You don't know my finances. Another thing that I wanted to touch on was that she's tried to say that I make $2,000 to $3,000 a month on YouTube. Bitch, you will not ever know how much money I make on YouTube. Don't try to get funny with your little fingers and get on these little sites that think that they can calculate my income, because those sites are not reliable. I can get on that site right now and tell you that's probably not accurate. Okay. Then you forgot I have 2 YouTube channels that are monetized. That's 2 checks. Okay. And then I do other things outside of YouTube as well. I do work with companies, one-on-one with companies, and I do have people who reach out to me on a regular basis to do promotions for their channels or for their products. So you have to look at the bigger picture. And then she wants to talk about I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Well, I'm sorry, baby girl, you don't know what I'm living paycheck, how I'm living. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if I'm living paycheck to paycheck or not. And even if I was, that's not your business. You see what I'm saying? And what does it have to do with the whole, all of this that she's saying was a dance around? I still want to know why you did it and what makes you feel like that you have the right or the authority to do that. I still think it was her who leaked my address to the Trolls on Lipstick Alley. I think it was her because she's pathetic. I think the guy leaked the information to her and another person. I forgot who the other person was because it's in everybody's hands now. And I think that she went and did some other things to it. I've had people email me who know her personally who told me that she was about to do that, but I didn't see them email until after she already did it. So, you know, she's a snake. That happens, you know, unfortunately. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I know I'm not rich and I know I'm not perfect. That's all that matters, okay? But I'm always going to be confident. I'm always going to hold myself, in my eyes, up there. I'm not going to put myself down. I'm not going to drag myself. That's what the bottom feeders like her are for. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit up here and try to act like I'm not the shit. You're making me more of the shit by continuing on with the bullshit. And also, I want her to address the fact that when she tried to set me up and I said no, what was she trying to prove? What happened then? What now? I need somebody to please make it make sense. There was a couple other things on there that I wanted to talk about. Like, she said something about a registry. First of all, the thing that really triggers me is like, if I'm broke, that's okay. But don't say that I am not allowed to have a registry. So if you're saying I'm not allowed to have a registry and ask my subscribers for things that I feel that I need because I make money on YouTube, well then, bitch, what are you saying? Am I broke or do I have money? I don't think you even know what you're talking about. I'm starting to be confused. Do I have money or am I broke? Which one is it? You can't have a registry because you have money and I'm scamming my subscribers. But at the same time, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Well, bitch, I be damned. Make it make sense. I'm just trying to, you're dancing around the fact that you had your nose in business that had nothing to do with you. He gave you everything that you needed, and that wasn't enough for you. He gave you or not needed, but he gave you everything that, he had already given you a fucking gold mine. You had nudes, text messages, you had my address, and all kinds of other stuff that half of that shit was made up. But you had all this stuff, and yet you still felt the need to record him on the thing, which I don't give a fuck about. But I'm like, the thirstiness of it all. Still felt the need to record him. Still felt the need to ask to talk to him several times. These are your words, not mine. I mean, dude, my dude, like I don't know most regular people who would just go to the lengths to do that. Like, again, let me say, some people, they live in alternate realities. Let me bring you down. You don't work for CNN. You don't work for any of these news stations. Thank you for the super chat. Red means stop and mind your business. That's what you need to tell him. Thank you so much, Jazzy, for the super chat. Girl, thank you. Stop and mind your damn business. Mind the business that pays you. But I guess in this case, my business is paying you. Pennies, nickels, and dimes, of course. But thirsty ass bitches just want a little sip of they just want a seat at the table. You know what I'm saying? That's all they want. They want people to know who they are. You're irrelevant. If I'm